Welcome guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the first Earl 2023 AMW840 that we've pushed out of the shop. And there was only a small quantity made, so to get our hands on a few of these and build them is awesome. We've got this first one being a Demon with 840 horse, 770 foot-pounds of torque, paired to our 8 HP 95 Trackhawk transmission. This Jeep, we're going to be going over some of the exterior features, the bumpers, the winch, what tire setup we use, suspension, and of course the 8-lug platform that we're known for. Taking a look over this Jeep, we're going to start with the suspension. This one has our AMW Hemi-Tune long arm suspension with our custom private label Falcon shocks. It has our AMW coil springs that are tuned to the weight of your vehicle, making sure that you're nice and stable no matter what terrain you're going through. Diving into the bed on this one, as you can see behind me, we've got a bobbed bed on this Jeep, so we've done the 10-inch bob. We've shortened the frame and the bed 10 inches. Now that only happens behind the rear wheel, so it just alleviates that hang on the Gladiators when you're off-roading. The Gladiators are notorious for rubbing the rear ends, and with this bob, it brings it right in close, and we had no issues off-road getting over terrain, rocks, or anything else. All the electronic steering from the factory is pulled out of this vehicle, and it primarily runs on the hydro assist steering that we've curated with PSE performance. This vehicle is going to come with our 60/80 axle package as well on this 8-lug platform. We've got an 8-piston caliper on all 4 corners. This AMW steering package is going to come with a 1.5-ton tie rod, 1.5-ton drag link, and a forged Steer Smarts track bar. Up front here on this aluminum bumper, we've got a steel winch tray in it with a 10S horn winch and a Factor 55 fair lead and billet ultra hook. For the super clean look that we're going for with these turnkey vehicles, we've used an aluminum inner fender that perfectly wraps our shock and coil setup, keeping any dirt and debris out of this engine bay. This Jeep also has our fender chop kit on it, which means that we've gutted the inner on the front and we've made room for any sort of travel, off-road, and flexibility that you need. All of our vehicles are going to come with the rock slide steps that make for very easy entry exit of the vehicle, and also doubles as a really strong and sturdy rock slider. A really cool part of our turnkey program is that all vehicles in the turnkey process come with our full AMW branding package. Some people ask what this means. I'm going to point out a few of the things that we do. So we've got a custom logo lockout hub right here that says AMW 8-lug. These are our custom axles built for us. You won't find these anywhere else on the market. The badging on the side, instead of the trail badge, we have a Detroit Performance factory quality. We come back here. This rear badging we also do on the end of the axle, and that's our AMW custom axle setup again. And of course the AMW 840 badge on the hood, indicating what engine option that you chose to do with your turnkey. They're a 3D badge that has a feel to them, and they kind of come alive really when you're up close and can see that 3D look. In addition to that, we've got the 6.2 liter supercharged HO for the Demon. This is another really cool 3D looking badge that comes up off the hood. Of course, all of our turnkeys come with our headlights that we've become pretty known for in the industry. This is a Demon Eye headlight in the center, has our AMW logo, and of course the AMW 8-lug, signifying that you have a 1-ton fully built turnkey vehicle. Other items also include the America's Most Wanted 4x4 windshield banner. A lot of people ask us what the lift size is on these Gladiators, and it is a loaded question when you're talking about what kind of axle we use, the tire size, and the coil and shock setup. The coil itself is a 2.75-inch lift. Now, where that changes is we're using a larger axle with a 4-inch axle tube, so you already get an inch or so from stock out of that. And when you bring it into what it actually sits at, we do sit around a 3.75 to 4, depending on different options that the customer can use as far as bushings, if they're going to be towing, if they're going to be using an airbag in the rear. Stuff like that can slightly affect it, but 3.5 to a 4-inch lift is primarily where our vehicles sit. On this vehicle, we've started with the KMC 444 forged beadlock on this truck. This has the Nitto 40 1350 17 trail grappler tire. Let's take a look under the hood of this AMW 840. Looking under the hood of this vehicle, you can see that that Demon engine is massive. It's a 6.2 liter with a 2.7 liter supercharger. Unlike the Hellcat, which is the 6.2, but it has a 2.4 liter supercharger on it. So all of our turnkey vehicles are gonna require a forced induction hood from us. And also, this engine bay is clean, put together. There's enough room where there needs to be for air to flow through and make sure that we're able to get the heat out of this massive 6.2 liter supercharged Demon engine. For those of you who do want an electronic management system in there, like an S-Pod or other products, we do have room for those in the engine bay, and it really does help when we're hooking up exterior lighting or doing anything in the bed to keep that stuff separate. We do recommend customers doing that so that we don't have too many wires or anything else piling up next to the battery or getting connected in weird ways. We also completely heat wrap the exhaust from the Cerakoted manifolds back so that any heat is dissipated outwards or through the exhaust. And I'm gonna have them start it up here for you so you can hear it start. Let's take a look at the interior of this AMW840 turnkey. On the interior of this vehicle, the customer chose to go with a silver line stitch, carbon fiber wings on the seats, and of course the AMW840 perforation pattern, moving seamlessly from the seats to the shifters, into the doors, and of course the carbon fiber steering wheel. Looking at the steering wheel, you can see that we've used the silver stitch to match the seats and the accent color from the outside on your center line. The AMW grab handle. This vehicle also has the sound deadening and thermal reduction flooring installed. This vehicle came factory with a heated steering wheel and heated seats, and both of those features are still active even with the carbon fiber wheel. Let's take this bad boy out and see what it's got. That supercharger noise is just unbelievable. We'll do a little 0 to 60 and see what she has here. Turn the traction control off. 60, 80, 90. We get a lot of questions about if the Jeeps have death wobble at speed, if they're dangerous to drive, if they feel unsafe. It's very common and completely, fair question to ask, especially with adding this much horsepower. But the reminder that we give everyone is it is a Jeep on an 8-lug platform. You do have a 1-ton truck axle underneath you on a full float axle. The ride is incredible. The steering is fully set up to handle stuff like this. And really when you're doing a pull like that, I mean, my hands barely move on the wheel. It's dead straight. You don't have a pull to the right, a pull to the left. The steering wheel stays centered, and it's very, very smooth linear power through the power band. I'll do a little pull for you here. Even at those kind of speeds, the wheel's super light, steering's on point. Again, if you guys want to see anything else from us, whether it's on track, off-road, out in the desert, let us know. We're going to be making a lot more videos in the future, showing you guys what these vehicles are, how they're made. We'll be doing shop tours soon, showing the process and how these things are put together, built, and specifically how the customers decide to upfit them with options that we offer on top of our turnkey package. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.